Hi, my name is Cynthia Murdock. I'm the Executive Director for Home of My Own, and we are at the Butterfly House.
Okay, Home of My Own has three components. Can you describe the three components of Home of My Own?
Sure. The first one is the Butterfly House, and that's the transition house. And basically, we select residents from the O'Connor House, which is a house for homeless women who are single. It's a mentoring house that is a program that's an 18-month program that they stay at, and they get on food stamps, and we just help them continue their education, high school. So it's just more getting them on their feet. And then the transition houses, once they graduate that program, we select a few who still wants to go to school and further their education.
And so you're familiar with the O'Connor House because you have volunteered there. And so you saw a need from the O'Connor House for a transition home.
Right. I'm also a house manager there, currently still a house manager. What happens once the girls graduate the 18-month program, they don't have the resources to get a house, and most of the government-assisted houses are on a 1 to 2 year wait list. So we selected a resident now who is currently going back to school, and she can stay here as long as she wants, as long as she's working with her mentor and completing her goals.
Okay, and the transition home you've discussed, and then you also have a home ownership program, which is still in the works, and you're taking applications. Can you kind of talk about who would qualify for that?
Absolutely. So basically, we're looking for families, working families who may be in a bad situation where, let's say, the father was in the military and he got hurt or injured, and the mom is working, but they can't afford a home. They can only afford rent. So we select clients based upon their need and if it's the right family. So we're taking applications and just trying to, with our board and our staff, we select the right client. And once we find the right family, I should say family, not client, then we do an interview process, and I find a house which they're comfortable in their neighborhood. And after 3 to 5 years, depending on the program, after they graduate the program, which is basically continuing to work and pay the rent and keeping the house clean, then we forgive the rest of the mortgage and they get to keep the house in their name.
And again, this is single mothers or families.
Or families.
Okay, and then if they're interested in this, there's a link on the webpage. And definitely, if it sounds like something that you know of someone, or it's open.
Right, absolutely.
So that would be easy enough to give an application.
It's actually open to everybody, but we would love to give a family a try, but it's open to everybody.
Yes, okay, and then your last part of the program is the Nicaragua outreach.
Yes, basically in Nicaragua we are teaming up with NRN. The transition house is teaming up with the O'Connor House, and we are teaming up with NRN, who is a Nicaragua resource network who've been in Nicaragua for over 20 years, and they know the system. And so what we want to do is we want to help build houses there, help in financing the schools, and buy land so we can build more schools and help other families build houses there.
So not just housing, schools also that you're affiliated with down there. And I believe we have
private education.
We have a couple pictures, I believe, from that, don't we, from Nicaragua?
Okay.
You want to talk about your missions trip that you actually have gone down there and seen?
The first time I went there is because Northview had put it on everybody's heart that you really should go on a mission trip, and Nicaragua for some reason just stuck out to me, and I think it was definitely a calling for me to go there. I went there and just fell in love with the people. They're so appreciative, and we went there on a mission trip to build houses, and it was very hard to see people so poor but so happy, and I thought one day I would return, and that was about 10 years ago. And I just recently returned with the founder of Home of My Own, Robert Scannell, and he saw the place and he thought, wow, the NRN had really did a great job with building this community, and we want to team up with them. So he wanted to make that part of our organization as well.
And what did you say about the schooling there? Wasn't there some kind of statistics?
I mean, most of the students, they don't graduate after 5th grade because they have to stay home and work, and they can't afford schooling. And the system is really bad. So the NRN has private schools, and they have to sponsor children, and I think it's only certain children, and the rate of them graduating is almost over 90%, and going on to a trade school is very high because NRN, they lock arms not with just the student, it's with the families as well.
Okay, so basically your program, or the Scannell part, you guys are donating funds for schooling and housing.
And land.
And land, okay. And right now, I know you said that that's kind of in the works. Like, have you selected a family?
We have a family, and it's in the works. It's the Harvon family, and this family was living in a tiny space. They have 2 sons, and the father is just literally one little room that had their refrigerator smaller than this area, and the father had passed away, and the mom now cannot work with two little sons, so we are going to sponsor a home for them.
And so as that process gets going, then we could probably touch back and
Right.
talk about how that's going. So.
Absolutely, and it'll be on our website once we get going on that. It's coming.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.